After hearing out our policy, we'll now move on to the action plan. The action plan is a step-by-step process on how we will implement the policy. To start off, here's my partner Janine Lanicha.
With the existence of the problem pedestrians endanger in Barangay Darasa that threatens the stakeholders leads us to create policies that will inflict and promote improvement to existing traffic ordinances and impose discipline to our community. First, to gain initial supports, we propose our policy to our barangay officials and our city mayor. Even though the problem is the great task of DPWH and beyond the grasp of community officials, we think that our local government could still ensue resolution upon the problem. I, together with my colleagues, are aiming to awaken the authority that this problem exists and must be resolved immediately. Second, how we would regulate people if they don't even know that there are existing policies like this. To answer the inadequate public awareness, we propose the information dissemination. It consists of conducting seminars to all stakeholders, by educating the pedestrians and drivers. We can do flyers and posters. We can conduct town hall meetings with residents and establishments. To deal with it, we have here schematic diagram of information dissemination. Upon the approval of our city mayor and barangay captain, we will disseminate the information to traffic enforcers, as they are our authorities having the power to regulate people. Our goal lies in the hands of them. We will disseminate the information to school principals, then to teachers, parents, and students, as they are our main concern. They are the usual pedestrians that are in danger. We will disseminate the information to motorist groups. They must be aware, as they are the frequent users of the road. Well, in fact, the traffic and vehicular accidents can be extracted from them, and the utmost reason is the reckless driving. We will disseminate this information also to private establishments and businesses, consulting of how their businesses would be affected upon the implementation of the policy, and also to homeowners then to residents. Then at least they know how to deal with it immediately. Therefore, if all angles of our community will be informed, it would be easy for the authority to regulate them all. Third, we propose the repainting of faded pedestrian lanes, preferably a standardized and reflectorized pedestrian lanes, to make it visible to our pedestrians as well as the motorists of where to stop over and yield the right-of-way to pedestrians. Fourth, we propose the designations of more traffic enforcers, possibly 24/7, that would apparently uplift and sustain the implementation of the policy therein. Fifth, we propose the building of sidewalks, preferably with barricades, in the thickly populated and accident-prone areas like churches, school zones, private establishments, and businesses. Then, if it would be built, there wouldn't be a possibility for the motorists to obstruct the sidewalks, which impede the safety of our pedestrians. For furthermore, here's my partner Jonathan Nuwane.
After proposing the barricaded sidewalks, we move on implementing the improved traffic and vehicular regulations in the community, which namely are number 1, speed limit. Because JP Laurel Highway is bounded by thickly populated areas such as schools and churches, a 30 km per hour speed limit should be implemented based on the international laws and the omnibus traffic laws of Tanawan. Number 2, no jaywalking. Because of the existence of our policy, there will be designated areas for the pedestrians to cross, specifically the pedestrian lanes. Also, people who will be crossing not at the designated areas shall be penalized. Number 3, helmet and seatbelt policy. This would ensure the safety of the motorists and their passengers. Enforcing such law would limit fatalities if there will be any vehicular accidents. Loading and unloading zone. This would discipline the drivers of the public utility vehicles and commuters on where to board and unload their passengers, thus organizing the flow of traffic. Number 5, tollway zones. This would eradicate the problem of parking in national roads. No swerving or overtaking. Swerving or overtaking is one of the most dangerous acts which is being done on the road today. I believe all of us have experienced being overtaken by another vehicle. Let me tell you one instance. I was riding a tricycle with our mentor Sir Butch Brinas when buses overtake the tricycle not only once but twice on the shoulder of the road. but the shoulder of the road is where pedestrians are intended to walk into, thus presenting grave danger not only to the pedestrians but also to the motorists. Number 7. No parking on the shoulder. This is in support with the loading and unloading zones and the tow-away zones, which would clean up and organize the roads. Upon the implementation of the improved traffic and vehicle regulations in the community, we'll move on implementing and enforcing the penal provisions. Penal provisions will be taking a large part in the implementation of our policy because penal provisions regulate the behavior of the motorists and the pedestrians. This would also be a great help to the barangay because the fines that will be collected from violators shall be added income, which can be used to hire more enforcers. Monitoring the implementation of the policy will also be done for us to sustain the power of the implementation of our policy. Continuous feedbacking and consultation with officials and stakeholders regarding the implementation of our policy will also be done for us to know if there are any weak points in our policy that should be given improvement. The team is also willing to assist the barangay in implementing the policy and call out more youth to engage themselves in community service. For instance, involving the school CAP in assisting the enforcers on helping other children cross the street in the mornings before the start of our classes. We also propose that civic education be part of the curriculum to produce more critical-minded and not technical-minded students. We also like to inform everyone that the project is presented to the barangay captain and councilors, and just yesterday to our city mayor. And initially, we gained support for the policy, for they have given us their word of taking immediate action to the problem. Upon the presentation to the officials, our barangay captain, Honorable Joseph Castillo, given us his word that the pedestrians shall be repainted, while Mayor Sonia Torres Aquino told us that an overpass shall be built here on Barangay Darasa. And they also promised us that the problem will be bring upon to the DPWH. On behalf of the team, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all, especially Ma'am Risa, for giving us the privilege to stand here in front of you and present our project. Thank you.